Welcome on in. Breaking news here out of the North Phoenix area where a small plane has now crashed into someone's backyard.
All of this happening within the last hour. Desiree Flewellen arriving on scene. So Des, the understanding is from the captain there is that the plane took off and then it looked like it was trying to return back to Deer Valley Airport.
That's right, you guys, and you can see the scene behind me. It is very large, quite extensive. This commuter plane hitting two homes here. We have Captain Todd Keller here getting ready to start a live press conference. You guys, let's listen in and hear what the captain has to say.
Here and what your fire crews had to do when they first arrived on scene. It's got to be kind of amazing that there are little to no injuries here.
Yes, absolutely. Like you said, fortunately, everyone was transported in stable condition. Around 7:30 a.m., crews were dispatched to the area of Deer Valley and Cave Creek Road for the reports of an aircraft down. So I can tell you that that plane did hit two houses and landed in the backyard of one.
And how many other people are hurt because of this? We have the instructor and then we have the student in the plane. Who else involved in the home?
So it looks like right now that plane was traveling westbound, hit that east house and landed in the west house's backyard. The person out of that east house was injured, was inside the house, adult male, and is being transported for precautionary measures in stable condition.
And how do your crews approach a scene like this? I would imagine it's a delicate balance between making sure that plane is structurally safe and having to execute that rescue. Can you walk us through what that's like for your crews?
Yes, that's a great point you just said right there. When we initially get this dispatch, we have a lot of dynamics that are in play. We have residential homes, we have people, we have an aircraft with fuel. Crews arrived, they didn't have a lot of smoke. They saw that this plane was nose down in the backyard. Pretty stable situation of what it could have been. It could have been easily a double house fire with multiple people involved, but I can tell you right now that we do have 3 people that are transported in stable condition.
The latest right now, as we know, your guys are still out here. You're checking, making sure everything's safe, but with the FAA on their way, NTSB on their way, once they get here, they then take over this scene.
Yes, absolutely. They'll get witness accounts. They'll be talking to Deer Valley Airport. I can tell you that this plane was flying out of Deer Valley. Some kind of mechanical problem was returning to the airport. We will be working with the FAA. They are en route, so we can turn operations over to them.
And just to confirm, Captain, so you said there was smoke. Were there active flames? Any fuel leaking?
We said there's a little bit of smoke. There was. We do have fuel. I just got information that there was a fuel leak. We do have hazmat crews on scene to mitigate that danger, but right now the scene is stabilized and we're just working with neighbors. We did what they said is their command said that they're evacuated close to 3 to 4 homes as precautionary measures. We are talking to the people out of the main house that the airplane is in the backyard at.
And that was my next question. You know, neighbors, residents that live in this community, any other concern then besides those homes that are nearby this crash?
No, not as right now. We do have hand lines in place. Our crews did an absolute fabulous job responding here quickly, setting up the situation and letting all incoming units know what to expect. Like I said, this could have been way different with houses involved, could have been multiple house fires, but fortunately everyone that they are in stable condition, being transported for precautionary measures.
And we've got part of a wing on the roof of a home too, Captain. So where were the people in the home? Were they outside in the yard sleeping? Do you have that information?
So the information I have is that everyone was inside their house. Right now, the main home that the plane did land in, no one was transported out of there, but that west home, or that east home, you can see that there is a wing that is stuck on the roof of that. So this plane did hit 2 homes heading westbound.
Okay, Captain, thank you. We appreciate your update so much. So there you have it, you guys. We have 3 individuals in the hospital right now, 3 men in stable condition. That is the good news, actually quite miraculous when you see the images of how that plane is positioned in the backyard, nose down with its tail in the air. There is also 2 schools nearby, you guys, Boulder Creek Elementary and Mountain Trail Middle School. There is no concern involving the schools or the students. So you just, of course, heard that update from Captain Keller. We will remain on scene here this morning and bring you the latest as it develops. We'll send it back to you guys for now.
All right, Desiree, thank you so much for that. We do have some photographs to show you as well. From the aerial images in the sky, you can really get an idea here of the plane's path as it crashed and was coming down. There was an instruction that was taking place. Let's go ahead and take these full if we can, and then I'll zoom in and kind of show you the path. You just heard that PIO there with fire, and what they said is that the plane was flying in a westerly, position here. So here you have that wing that you just saw there in that live shot. And then, of course, that's what was the first indication of the crash, and then you had it come down and land in that yard. Let's take a closer look at that real quick and see what that looks like in the backyard of that home. There was someone who was learning to fly. There was a student and an instructor who was inside, but take a look at the front portion of this plane, and you can see right here just the front portion that crashed nose down into that backyard. And what a mess. Fortunately, everyone right now in stable condition. And here is the last one that we have for you this morning. A closer look at that plane nose down in the backyard of that home. As we mentioned, 3 people in the hospital at this hour, all in stable condition. Well, the silver lining here is that everyone is okay. And we'll bring you more today as we learn here additional details in the newsroom.